The year was 1969. The world was split by the Cold War. On one side, the United States. On the other, the Soviet Union. This rivalry wasn't just about politics. It was a race to prove which system was better, and the final stage was space. The Soviets seemed unbeatable. They launched Sputnik, sent Laika, and then Yuri Gagarin into space. Each win was powerful propaganda, leaving the United States behind. In response, President Kennedy promised, before the decade was over, an American would step on the moon. It was an almost impossible goal. Then, on July 20th, 1969, the world stopped. Hundreds of millions watched, glued to their screens, as Neil Armstrong climbed down the ladder of the lunar module. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. For a moment, the Earth's divisions disappeared. People celebrated in every corner of the planet. It wasn't just an American win, but an achievement for all of humanity. The impossible became possible. The moon, once out of reach, was now a destination touched by humans. The world changed forever, united by a footprint in the lunar dust. The achievement showed the power of smart ideas and working together. And for a short time, everyone looked up, together. But even in this moment of unity, doubts started to pop up. For some, the feat seemed too good to be true. Could it all have been a show? Theories began to spread, fed by distrust and the Cold War. Bill Kaysing's book, in 1976, gave a voice to the suspicion, maybe we never went to the moon. Conspiracy theorists pointed to proof. There are no stars in the moon photos. The American flag seems to wave. The shadows are not parallel. To them, this meant a studio, not space. The sky without stars would be a black movie backdrop. The waving flag, a filming mistake. And the strange shadows, a sign of artificial lighting. Soon, the theory got a director, Stanley Kubrick. After 2001: A Space Odyssey, they said only he could create such a convincing fake. Suppose clues in his movies fed the myth. Kubrick's involvement gave the conspiracy Hollywood glamour. Even without proof, the idea lives on as a pop legend. Science explains every point. The stars don't show up in the photos because the camera's exposure was short to capture the bright surface of the moon. The flag only seemed to wave because it was twisted when it was planted. With no air, the movement kept going. The shadows? The lunar soil reflects light, filling in the shadows and making strange angles in photos. Also, there's real proof. Unique moon rocks, studied all over the world. Independent observatories tracked the missions. Reflectors left on the moon still bounce lasers back to Earth. There's tons of proof, it's public, and even rivals of the United States have said it's true. The conspiracy doesn't stand up to science. The landing was real and amazing. Even so, the moon hoax theory lives on. The internet and social media amplify doubts and create bubbles of misinformation. For some, believing in conspiracies brings order to chaos and a sense of being special. The story of a fake is more exciting than reality. Spies, Hollywood, secrets. The myth has become part of pop culture, mentioned in movies, memes, and discussions. With each generation, doubt is reborn. It's a reminder of how misinformation can stick around, even when there's a lot of proof against it. In the end, the talk about the moon shows how much we want to find the truth. For many, the proof is clear. We went to the moon, and that makes us all proud. For others, the doubt stays, because they want to ask questions and look for secrets. The Apollo 11 story is two things, a big success and a big argument. The argument became part of the legend. Whether it's a sign of winning or of not trusting, the footprint on the moon shows how curious we always are. What if everything we believe about humanity's greatest achievement in space was just a big show? The truth behind the Apollo 11 mission is still full of mysteries, things that don't add up, and ideas that challenge what we think is true. In the end, it's up to you. Will you trust the historical facts or wonder what really happened behind the scenes of this famous mission? If this video made you think, wonder, or even doubt a little bit, then we've done our job. And if you love stories like this, full of puzzles and unexpected twists, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and turn on the bell, because every week we uncover the secrets the world tries to hide. See you in the next video.